Do I have to give up my coffee? This is JJ Virgin, 4-time New York Times bestselling author, celebrity nutrition expert, and fitness Hall of Famer. I've been on a lifelong quest for answers to the toughest health questions. And now I'm sharing what I found with you. Welcome to Ask the Health Expert. Carol from Facebook asks, I love coffee, but I keep hearing how bad it is for you. Do I really have to give it up? Hey, it's JJ, and I've got 2 times New York Times bestselling author, founder of Bulletproof 360, Dave Asprey. He's been called the father of biohacking, and he's also the father of 2 awesome, mischievous kids. I'm still finding sugar packets from the time his daughter Anna hid over 500 sugar packets all over my house. We'll be right back with the answer. Doing keto, but on the go? My keto bars can keep you on track deliciously. The dark chocolate and coconut taste like a candy bar, and the pumpkin seed and hemp protein blend makes them vegetarian friendly too. Sweetened with keto-approved allulose syrup, they have 2 net grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein, and 15 grams of healthy fat so they can satisfy you and keep you that way for hours. And because you are a listener, you can get them for 10% off while supplies last. Just go to jjvirgin.com/keto bar and use the coupon code KETO, KETO in caps at checkout.
A lot of people ask, hey, is coffee bad for me? Here's what's going on. Back in the 1950s, an American company selling a burned grain coffee replacement tried to convince everyone that coffee was bad for you. And they were selling something that was actually bad for you, which is what's kind of funny. The data is in, and there is so much out there. If you just Google coffee, health, coffee, almost any kind of condition you can think of, there's a study. And the overwhelming evidence is that coffee is a superfood. It's associated with longevity, with better metabolic activities in the body. And really, if you stack coffee and kale up next to each other, kale doesn't even come in close. So coffee is a superfood. It is good for you. And yes, I do run a coffee company. I could have a bias. I also used to weigh 300 pounds and eat a lot of kale. And I am willing to live on only gravel if it works. Coffee has superpowers. It is good for you. The only times that you want to be careful around coffee are if you're drinking coffee that makes you feel jittery and cranky. A lot of coffee, especially American coffee, has mold toxins in it. And these activate the bladder, they create kidney stress, and they're limited by law in China, which is known for its food safety, in Japan, and in all of Europe, there are legal standards. And in the US, there aren't any for these toxins in coffee. And so coffee that's illegal to sell in these countries is actually sent to the US for us to drink here. So I just want you to know that the quality of your coffee matters. My coffee beans are lab tested. I gave up coffee for 5 years because of the mold toxin problem in coffee. So good quality, clean, organic coffee, ideally lab tested, like the Bulletproof beans. I put those in the very healthy category. And I think at this point, it's very hard to argue otherwise, unless you're one of those people who says, I don't want to be addicted to anything. And if you're one of those people, though, I'm going to have to ask you this. If you did something every day that made you feel really good, and when you stop doing it, you just don't feel as good, you're less happy, are you addicted? And you probably say yes. And I'd say, that's great, because I'm talking about exercise. So I don't know. Is coffee bad for you? Only if exercise is. How about that?
This is JJ with Ask the Health Expert. I do this 5 times a week, so make sure you never miss a show by going to subscribetoJJ.com.